What if the foods you've been told to avoid are actually the very ones your body craves after 60? What if your everyday meals could power up your muscles, clear your mind, and even steady your blood sugar without counting calories or cutting flavor? And what if one humble food on this list is helping seniors quietly ditch blood pressure meds, yet hardly anyone's talking about it? Stick around because this may change the way you see your plate. After 60, something unexpected starts to happen. Foods that once gave you a burst of energy now leave you sluggish. Your blood sugar may start creeping up. Your legs feel heavier, and your mind, not as quick as it used to be. And yet, many older adults continue eating the same foods that silently trigger inflammation and spike blood sugar without even realizing it. That's why more and more people in their 60s, 70s, and beyond are turning to low-carb, no-sugar foods, not for weight loss, but for something far more essential: to stay mobile, stay sharp, and stay out of the hospital. In this video, Senior Health Boost will walk you through 8 powerhouse foods that contain virtually zero sugar and almost no carbs but are absolutely packed with the nutrients your aging body craves. And we won't just rattle off a list. You'll discover exactly how each one helps fuel your energy, boost circulation, support brain health, and protect your independence as you age. Let's begin with a green leafy vegetable that does way more than fill up a salad bowl. It actively protects your muscles, memory, and metabolism. Spinach, kale, Swiss chard. These simple greens may not seem exciting, but they're nutritional goldmines delivering real health benefits with almost no sugar or starch. 1 cup of raw spinach, for example, contains just 1 gram of carbs, mostly fiber, and almost no sugar at all. But don't let the simplicity fool you. Inside that cup is a powerful cocktail of vitamin A for strong immunity, vitamin C for healing and cell repair, and vitamin K for bone health and blood clotting. Together, these nutrients help repair tissues, protect your arteries, and even slow aging at the cellular level. Margaret, a 68-year-old grandmother, didn't believe any of that at first. She felt bloated, sluggish, and chalked it all up to just getting older. But after her doctor suggested cutting processed carbs and adding leafy greens to her meals, she made a small switch. She traded her usual ham sandwich for a spinach salad topped with olive oil and a boiled egg. Within 2 weeks, she felt lighter, her thinking got sharper, her joint stiffness began to fade. She told us, "I didn't change much, just what I put on the plate." And that's the point. This isn't about strict dieting, it's about smart swapping. Just start your lunch or dinner with a cup of raw spinach, or lightly saute some kale in olive oil for 5 minutes. That one small habit can help stabilize your blood sugar and keep your energy level steady throughout the day. Now, leafy greens are powerful, but what if I told you there's a crunchy vegetable that can actually help your body flush out excess sugar before it becomes a problem? Let's take a look at that next. Broccoli and cauliflower. 2 unassuming veggies that don't get nearly enough credit but are total game changers for seniors. They're not flashy. They don't wear a superfood badge. But what they do inside your body, that's where the real magic begins. Both are non-starchy, meaning they're naturally low in carbs and completely free of sugar. But here's the key: they're packed with fiber. And not just any fiber, the kind that slows down digestion and helps prevent blood sugar spikes. That's incredibly important after 60, when insulin sensitivity starts to decline and glucose becomes harder to manage. These veggies act like a brake, slowing the release of sugar into your bloodstream and keeping you full longer without raising your blood sugar. Take Harold, for example. At 72, his mornings were rough, aching joints, no energy, always exhausted. He figured it was just aging. But then his wife started roasting broccoli and cauliflower with olive oil and sea salt 3 nights a week. A month later, Harold noticed something strange: he was getting out of bed more easily. His knees weren't as stiff. Even his blood pressure had dropped a few points at his last checkup. And the best part, he never felt like he was dieting, just eating real food. If you haven't yet, try adding 1 cup of roasted or steamed broccoli or cauliflower to your daily meals. It's simple: drizzle a little olive oil, sprinkle some garlic or lemon, roast or steam, and make it a habit. Quick question: have you already added any of these to your meals? Share in the comments. Your routine might inspire someone else in the Senior Health Boost community. Greens are powerful. Crunchy veggies are smart. But what if you could eat something delicious that naturally sweeps excess sugar from your body before it causes damage? We've already seen how leafy greens and crunchy vegetables like broccoli can transform your energy, clarity, and blood sugar, but what if the ocean held one of the most powerful secrets for your heart and mind? Let's dive into that next. Fatty fish. Imagine this: a rich, satisfying food that's naturally carb-free, yet offers deep protection for your brain, heart, and even your mood. Sounds too good to be true? Let's talk about fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines. These ocean treasures may just be your body's best ally as you age. So far, we've focused on greens from the garden. But now, let's move to the sea, because when it comes to protecting your independence, fatty fish deliver what few other foods can: potent anti-inflammatory benefits with absolutely zero carbohydrates. What makes them so special? Omega-3 fatty acids. These healthy fats aren't just another buzzword. They actively help reduce the kind of chronic, low-level inflammation that builds up quietly over the years, damaging blood vessels, stiffening joints, and speeding up cognitive decline. And this isn't just speculation. A well-known study from Harvard showed that seniors who consumed more omega-3-rich fish experienced sharper thinking, stronger cardiovascular function, and a significantly lower risk of memory loss. Helen, a vibrant 73-year-old, saw these benefits firsthand. She'd begun to forget small things: where she left her keys, the name of a neighbor, and started to worry. Instead of panicking, she made a small shift. She began eating salmon twice a week. Nothing gourmet, just a simple fillet baked with lemon and fresh dill. Within 2 months, Helen reported fewer senior moments, better focus, and even a more stable mood. She said, "I didn't feel like I was doing anything dramatic, just feeding my brain the way it needs." And that's the key. Nutrition that works with your body, not against it. Even if you don't cook often, there are easy ways to bring this into your life. Canned wild salmon or sardines are widely available, affordable, and just as beneficial. Drizzle with olive oil, add a squeeze of lemon, and you've got a brain-boosting meal in minutes. So dinner's covered, but what about breakfast? Eggs. Let's talk about a food that's probably sitting in your fridge right now. It's been misunderstood for decades, wrongly blamed for cholesterol problems, and often skipped for sugary cereals. But for seniors following a low-carb lifestyle and looking to protect their brain health, eggs might just be the perfect morning choice. Here's why. A single large egg contains less than 1 gram of carbs, no sugar, and yet it's packed with high-quality protein, the kind your muscles and brain need to stay strong. Plus, it delivers choline and lutein, 2 nutrients absolutely essential for memory, focus, and vision. Let's break those down for a moment. Choline supports the very cells your brain relies on to think, process, and remember. It's a building block for neurotransmitters, chemical messengers that keep your mind sharp and your mood balanced. Lutein, on the other hand, plays a key role in protecting your vision. It helps guard your eyes from age-related decline, including conditions like macular degeneration and cataracts. For seniors, this isn't just helpful, it's crucial. Let's take Claire, for example. She's 63, always on the go, and used to skip breakfast or grab a slice of toast while rushing out the door. But by mid-morning, she'd crash, shaky hands, foggy thoughts, low energy. She assumed it was just low blood sugar and tried to power through. Then her doctor suggested something simple: 2 boiled eggs and half an avocado to start her day. No sugar, no crash, just clean, sustaining fuel. The result? Within days, she noticed a change. Her focus improved. Her mornings felt more stable. And best of all, this new habit cost less than her usual muffin from the coffee shop. Scrambled, poached, boiled, however you like them, eggs are affordable, digestible, and deeply nourishing. And when paired with healthy fats like olive oil or avocado or even sauteed greens, you create a breakfast that supports blood sugar, brain health, and satiety all morning long. Quick question: how do you like your eggs? Or have you been avoiding them because of old myths? Drop your favorite egg routine in the comments. Your story could help someone else in the senior health boost community. Now, we've talked about meals, but what about those moments in between? That 3 p.m. slump. You've had a healthy breakfast, maybe even a balanced lunch, but now you feel tired, maybe even shaky. Sound familiar? Let's talk about snacks, specifically nuts and seeds. Because when your energy dips mid-afternoon, most people reach for something quick: a granola bar, some crackers, maybe even a cookie. But those quick fixes are usually loaded with hidden sugars and refined carbs. They spike your blood sugar fast, then crash it even harder. That's where nuts and seeds come in. They're the ultimate senior-friendly snack, naturally low in sugar and carbs, but rich in healthy fats, fiber, and protein, all of which help keep your energy stable. Almonds, walnuts, pumpkin seeds, chia seeds. Each of these is a small but mighty powerhouse. They don't just keep you full, they nourish your body in ways most snacks don't. For one, they're rich in magnesium, a mineral that supports nerve function, muscle relaxation, and steady blood sugar. That means fewer energy dips, reduced anxiety, and even fewer leg cramps at night. Tony, a retired 70-year-old, used to snack on oatmeal cookies every afternoon. He thought the sugar gave him a boost, but by dinner time, his energy had completely tanked. He made one small switch. He replaced the cookies with a small handful of almonds and a cup of chia pudding. The result? No more energy crashes. No more evening cravings. And thanks to the magnesium in the nuts, he even noticed fewer muscle cramps at night. Plus, nuts and seeds are portable, easy to portion, and don't require refrigeration, making them perfect for on-the-go seniors. Looking for a smart snack option? Try a small handful of raw almonds or walnuts, a tablespoon of chia seeds soaked overnight in almond milk, a mix of pumpkin and sunflower seeds with a dash of cinnamon. Just be mindful of portion sizes. These foods are nutrient dense, so a little goes a long way. Still grabbing sugary snacks in the afternoon? It might be time to rethink your go-to options. Now, we've covered breakfast, dinner, and snacks. But what about a drink that naturally supports your kidneys, boosts hydration, and even reduces joint pain? So far, we've explored brain-boosting fish, powerful eggs, and smart snacks like nuts and seeds. But what if something creamy and once unfairly judged could become one of your biggest blood sugar allies? Let's dig in. Avocados. Let's talk about one of the creamiest, most misunderstood foods in your kitchen, the avocado. For years, fat was the enemy. Many seniors were told to avoid anything rich or creamy, especially something like avocado. But science has moved on, and so should we. The truth? Avocados are a nutritional powerhouse. They're rich in monounsaturated fats, the heart-healthy kind that help reduce inflammation, support insulin sensitivity, and regulate blood sugar levels. And the surprise for most people? Avocados have virtually no sugar and are extremely low in net carbs thanks to their high fiber content. This means they digest slowly, keep you full longer, and help prevent those mid-afternoon blood sugar crashes. Take Joanne, for example. She's 66 and had avoided avocados most of her life. Too fattening, she used to say. But after meeting with her nutritionist, she learned the truth and made a simple change. She added half an avocado to her lunch salad. In just a few weeks, she noticed she wasn't hungry between meals. Her late-day snacking dropped. And at her next doctor's visit, her LDL, bad cholesterol, had gone down while her HDL, the good kind, had gone up. No crash diets, no new medications, just a shift to the right kind of fat. There are so many ways to enjoy them. Slice avocado on top of eggs or grilled veggies, add it to salads for creamy richness, or mash it with lime, garlic, and a pinch of salt for a satisfying spread. Here's a quick question for you. Have you been avoiding healthy fats like avocado out of old habits? Let us know in the comments. Your story might encourage someone else to give it a try. Speaking of healthy fats, there's one more that deserves a spotlight. You don't chew it, you barely notice it. But just 1 tablespoon a day can quietly transform your heart and brain health from the inside out. Let's take a look. Olive oil. Let's talk about olive oil, a quiet kitchen staple that's often overlooked, but might be one of the most powerful daily habits you can adopt. You don't chew it. It doesn't come with fancy labels, but it works behind the scenes, supporting everything from your arteries to your memory. Olive oil is free of sugar and carbs, but loaded with monounsaturated fats and powerful antioxidants like oleocanthal, a natural compound with anti-inflammatory properties similar to ibuprofen. That's not just folklore. Multiple studies, including research from the Journal of the American College of Cardiology, show that people who regularly consume olive oil have a significantly lower risk of stroke and cognitive decline, especially in later life. Just look at seniors in Mediterranean countries. Many live well into their 80s and 90s, still active, gardening, walking to the market, enjoying family, and olive oil is often credited as one of their keys to longevity. It doesn't take much to make a difference. Take Eleanor, 71. She swapped out margarine and butter for olive oil. She drizzled it over broccoli, added it to salads, and even stirred a teaspoon into her eggs. Within a few weeks, she said she felt lighter, less puffy. Her doctor noticed her blood pressure had dipped slightly too. Small shifts, real results. So if you haven't made the switch yet, why not start now? Try a tablespoon over roasted vegetables, a drizzle on fresh tomatoes with sea salt, a spoonful in your morning eggs for a silky finish. Have you made the switch to olive oil? Share your favorite tip in the comments. You might inspire someone watching today on Senior Health Boost. Now, we've talked about leafy greens, fish, eggs, avocados, even oils. But what if we told you that one of the most controversial foods out there could actually help seniors stabilize blood sugar, feel fuller, and enjoy life a little more? We've covered leafy greens, brain-boosting fats, steady energy snacks, and heart-protective oils. But before we wrap up, there's one more food to talk about, a food that's often misunderstood, sometimes feared, but could actually be one of the smartest things you keep in your fridge. Let's set the record straight. Cheese, yes, cheese. It's rich. It's creamy. It's satisfying. And despite what you may have heard, cheese might actually be one of the most blood sugar-friendly, senior smart snacks out there. Why? Because most cheeses contain almost no sugar, are very low in carbohydrates, and are high in protein and calcium, all things your aging body cravs. Let's break that down. The protein helps build and preserve lean muscle, which is especially important as we age and naturally lose muscle mass. The calcium supports strong bones, helps prevent fractures, and keeps your skeletal system sturdy and resilient. And the fat? It helps you feel full and satisfied, reducing the chances that you'll go reaching for chips, cookies, or ultra-processed snack foods. Let's look at Helen's story. She's 74, active, but started noticing her afternoon cravings were getting out of hand. I'd reach for crackers, cookies, whatever was around, she admitted. And slowly, her weight crept up. Her blood sugar started getting harder to control. She felt discouraged. So, she tried one small shift. She swapped out her usual snacks for a few slices of sharp cheddar and sliced cucumber. No dramatic diet plan. No calorie counting. Just a smarter snack. Within weeks, she noticed a difference. Her cravings dropped. She felt fuller. And when she went in for her next checkup, her doctor told her she'd stopped gaining weight and her blood sugar numbers looked steadier. No guilt, no hunger, just better choices. And that's the beauty of cheese when used the right way. It's a practical and nourishing tool for seniors. If you want to try this at home, start with hard cheeses like aged cheddars with Spitsbrandes. Varieties are naturally low in lactose, which makes them easier to digest, especially if you're sensitive to dairy. Pair your cheese with sliced vegetables like cucumbers, bell peppers, or even cherry tomatoes. You could also add a few olives or a handful of nuts for extra flavor and healthy fats. Just keep your serving to 1-2 ounces and savor it slowly. Here's a question for you. Have you ever swapped out a sugary snack for a little cheese and something fresh? Tell us in the comments your simple swap could help another viewer on their health journey. Now, let's take a step back and look at the big picture. We've just walked through 8 powerful foods that are low in sugar, low in carb, high in nutrients, to fin delicious to they're not about dieting. They're about living, staying strong, staying energized, staying independent. Because after 60, it's not just about adding years to your life, it's about adding life to your years. But there's one more thing you need to know. Even if you're eating all the right foods, even if you're making healthy swaps and paying attention to sugar, a single common mistake could still be silently undoing all your hard work. And most seniors don't even realize it. That's exactly what we're going to reveal in our next video, so if you're serious about protecting your health, you won't want to miss it. Whether you're trying to reduce inflammation, stabilize your blood sugar, or simply feel more like yourself again, remember this: small, consistent changes matter more than big, unsustainable ones. You don't need a perfect diet. You need a doable one. So choose just one of the 8 foods we covered today. Start small, build from there. And always check in with your doctor before making major dietary changes, especially if you're managing conditions like diabetes, high blood pressure, or chronic inflammation. You deserve to feel strong, clear-headed, and confident in your body at every age. If this video helped you or inspired you, do us a favor, tap the like button and subscribe to Senior Health Boost. It's the easiest way to stay updated on new senior-friendly tips that put your well-being first. Your support means the world, not just to us, but to the growing community of older adults choosing to take charge of their health, one smart step at a time. And remember, healthy doesn't have to be hard. You just have to start. Stay well, stay curious, and we'll see you in the next video.